Democratic candidates for governor debate right here on 9 News tomorrow night at 6. We will again be live from the University of Denver. Now, the Dems who want to run Colorado constantly talk about fighting against President Trump. Students in DU's campus told our Marshall Zelinger they don't care.
Would any of you can raise your hand, vote for a candidate for governor based on something Trump-related?
Well, so much for all those political ads telling voters that Attorney General Phil Weiser or U.S. Senator Michael Bennet is the best governor to take on policy decisions by President Trump.
It seems the race is who's more anti-Trump in a way.
I've heard that, yes. I'm not sure that's necessarily what I would personally be looking for as a younger voter. As a political science major, I'm really curious to hear more about what their specific policy solutions are.
Senior Adeline Braun is waiting for Thursday's Democratic debate on the DU campus to hear policy differences between two candidates with few policy differences.
I would care more about what they'd say on housing, what they'd say on sustainable transportation, what they'd say on providing jobs for students who are recently graduated.
Master's student Taylor Faulkner's main concern is how she's going to afford her first home.
I know that we've had a lot of state legislation to try to build more affordably, but that takes time, and I'll be graduating in a year.
A unique factor in the Democratic race is that Bennet is still a sitting senator. If he loses, he goes back to the Senate. If he wins and becomes governor, he has said Governor Bennet will pick Senator Bennett's replacement, and he has not provided a list of who that might be.
Should you know, before you vote in the primary, who he might be choosing from to take his seat?
For sure.
I feel like definitely. That could even help you know what to do when voting for the governor. I feel like that could be a helpful thing for that decision as well.
How do you take the idea that people think this Democratic primary is the decision for governor? Whoever wins between Weiser and Bennet is going to be governor.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think Victor Marks has a slight chance. I don't think Scott Bottoms or Barb Kirkmeyer have much of a chance. Odds are it's going to be either Michael Bennet or Phil Weiser.
Here's something the students told me that I found enlightening, and I'll whisper it because it could impact the station's bottom line. They don't care about or believe political ads. They assume they're misleading, and they're not traditional TV viewers, and they say the ads are not popping up where they're scrolling on their phones, Kyle.
There are digital ads. Curious to see if they have the same messages. Marshall Zelinger, thank you.